What is going on, Multiversers? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got ourselves a roster prediction. Let's go. I'm excited for this one. So I did one a couple months ago. That was before I even really truly understood like Multiverses and what it was. I think I even called it Multiverse back then, which is completely wrong. But the Multiverses roster prediction is what we got today. 24 characters in total, obviously 13 that we know of, which leaves 13 and 11. Quick math. Yes, this is quick. Hold on. Carry the 5, and then you get 24 characters is what we are predicting today. So, and I want to make something clear. I don't even think we're going to have 24 characters for once the game officially releases. This is just a nice round number to start things off with. So 24 characters nonetheless. Like I said, 13 characters that have already been revealed. We do have the one random slot because I think there'll just be a random character slot anyway. So up first, the first character that I'm going to predict that will be on the roster is none other than, I mean, is anyone surprised? Rick Sanchez. He's my #1 most wanted character. Yeah, fingers crossed. I hope he makes it into the game. But I don't think anyone's surprised with that one, so we'll move to the next one, which happens to be... Okay, yeah, maybe again, nobody's surprised. If you know, you know. If you don't know, surprises are always great. So, Rick Sanchez, Gandalf, they're the first two characters that I'm predicting will make the roster, but we'll see how that plays out in the end. But let's get to the true sort of predictions. And I wanted to go with characters that I thought actually had a chance, but I also wanted to go with a few... we'll say maybe wacky or lesser obvious picks possibly, but the first one that I'm going to go with, or I guess the third character overall, I'm going to go Daffy Duck. Simply because you have Bugs Bunny. If somebody were to tell me you're making a Multiversus fighting game and the Looney Tunes are definitely in consideration for contention for playable characters, and you're going to tell me the launch roster only has Bugs Bunny, I'm going to call you crazy. You're going to tell me only one Looney Tune is going to be part of the base roster? I don't know. Daffy Duck just seems to fit the bill here. So, no pun intended. But he just seems to fit the bill. So, I went Daffy Duck as my third prediction, I guess we could say. But there's that. Next character that we have up is going to be none other than... I do believe Ben 10 can make it. Very curious to see how and what the development team at Player First Games can come up with in terms of a moveset. How do they do the alien transformations? How many of those get utilized and in which ways? So, and plus he's a very, very heavily fan favorite requested character. Although that doesn't make him a guarantee or a lock for the roster whatsoever. I'm just saying, just because we have a group of characters that we think, yep, definitely makes sense for the roster, they're highly requested, it doesn't mean they're guaranteed to be in the roster. What if we don't see Ben 10 make it into the game as a playable character for like 2 years? That could happen. That could happen. But then again, maybe he's on base roster. So I do think Ben 10 though, just he has everything we're looking for, right? Possible moveset, very again, highly requested and stuff. But again, that doesn't always add up to character equals playable right away. So we'll see how it goes. Character number 5 that I have though predicted. Who do I have? Mordecai and Rigby. I debated on if I wanted to go with just Mordecai, but I figured we could do Mordecai and Rigby in sort of a, maybe they're a 2-in-1 character where Rigby does come out during certain moves, or maybe, I don't know, they transform into each other. They had the game, what was it, the 8-bit land, I think that was, where they actually not teleport, but they transformed into one another, so, and then they each had their own distinct little abilities in that game, so maybe something like that. But I mean, it's the regular show, again, one of the highly requested, although that doesn't guarantee them, but I just think that they would have to have been up there in terms of consideration for base game for the first few batches of characters that they were going to work on. So we'll see how that plays out, but I do think they have a pretty decent chance, or at least one Mordecai or Mordecai and Rigby. We'll see how that one plays out. Next character, though, I think this one maybe is a kind of in the safe realm of picks, but I got Samurai Jack. This one might be a little bit more biased, I'll be honest. This might be a little bit biased. I still think he has a legit chance to be in the roster. I really do, because moveset, if there's a moveset ready to be made and you can the dude is literally a samurai. He's built for battle, so he's ready to go, right? Plus, I really want him as a character anyway. But I do think Samurai Jack will be, if not the base roster, which is, I guess that's what this prediction video is. But if he's not base roster, I can very much imagine him being one of the first few characters that gets released post-launch. So we'll see how that goes. With Samurai Jack, that prediction for whatever number that was. Next up, we're going to go with, who am I predicting here?
Get over here!
Scorpion. It's simple. Yeah, Mortal Kombat maybe doesn't fit this, and the game is rated T for... No, wait, what's Multiversus rated? I don't have it in front of me. Is it rated T for teen, I think? You could still have it work. It could still be Scorpion for Mortal Kombat. It's simply put, this is a Warner Brothers fighting game. How are you not going to have a Warner Brothers fighter in this game, right? You just don't have the added effects. I say this all the time about Mortal Kombat. You can take those effects out. They literally did that for Injustice, and it still felt exactly like Scorpion to me. So you can make him work for this style, for this party brawler type of game. It absolute platform fighter, whatever you want to call it. It absolutely can work. They can tone him down if they really needed to, which I don't think they do. Well, I mean, to a degree, yes, they do. But he could definitely fit this type of style. He's got the moveset. He's extremely popular. If he's not a part of the base roster, guaranteed he's going to be one of the characters that will get the most request for him to join the roster. We already had Tony ask about this on Twitter several weeks back. Which two Mortal Kombat characters would you like? So I kind of debated if I wanted to go with a second Mortal Kombat character here, but ultimately I only went with one for my roster prediction, and we could add more Mortal Kombat characters later. But speaking of later, that is right now for the next prediction, and that happens to be... I'm going to go Beast Boy, actually. Now, I thought about this for a long time. I believe Teen Titans, whether it's the 2003 version of Teen Titans or Teen Titans Go, I think would be completely fine. Eventually having multiple characters from the Teen Titans show, 2003 and Go, right? But you could have the different art styles. You could have them represent the different variations of that show. So Beast Boy... Again, with all the transformations that he could do, would be such a fun character. And it represents another style, another kind of a show that a lot of people are... It has its fans, definitely. It also has its detractors a little bit. But he's recognizable, very fun character nonetheless. Maybe he's not somebody that a lot of people look at and go, yep, guaranteed. But if they want to go more superhero vibe, I mean... Why not? Don't look any farther than Teen Titans. Well, I mean, look at the main cast of DC. You know, you already got our Batmans and Supermans and stuff. But then the next tier down, if you will, no disrespect intended, but the next tier down, Beast Boy, Teen Titans. Let's go with that. So Beast Boy. So that only leaves 3 characters left. Who do I got next? I'm gonna go Gumball. Okay, this is a character. This is not somebody I'm personally hyped about. I did mention this in the Yay or Nay series episode from a few days ago, where the episodes I did watch, the funny videos, the best of moments, that type of stuff, it just wasn't a show that I could get into. But that doesn't mean that I don't think the character should be in the game at all. No, there's tons of characters that I'll be like, nah, I'm not hyped for, but if they get in the game, I'm still going to give them a try, see how they play out. Maybe they become a character I actually like to play. So we'll see how that goes, but Gumball, he's big enough, very requested, one of the biggest series that what Cartoon Network does have, so it's definitely possible he gets into the game at some point. Base roster, maybe, we'll see, but again, that's why this is a prediction and not spoilers. Maybe a couple of them are, but that leaves 2 characters left. Second to last character we're going to go with, I'm going to go Maxwell from Scribblenauts. And the reason for that being, again, it's a Warner Brothers fighting video game. You would think they would want to maybe shift a little focus to actual Warner Brothers video game properties, right? Scribblenauts has got a pretty decent name. You know, people do recognize the name of the franchise. People will probably recognize what Maxwell does, and he can come up with he would have a very fun moveset, and I think I might try to do that for another moveset video. We'll see what I can do for Maxwell, but I think he might be one of those characters that is being somewhat slept on. Not a lot of people, at least personally, I'm not seeing a lot of people talk about him, but if he does make it into the game, I don't think anyone should be surprised about this whatsoever. So I'm going to go Maxwell, which leaves 1 final character. And I'm just a big fan of out of left field type characters. WTF characters, and I figured this Multiversus game has to have at least kind of one of those, right? I mean, you could say Shaggy might be, you know, Ultra Instinct, that could be our meme character, but I went something a little different. I'm gonna, yeah, I went Robot Chick. I'm gonna predict Robot Chick, the Robot Chicken. I'm gonna predict he's actually gonna be a playable character. The name is well known. People know the show. People know the character. If you see this, if you just see a picture of a robotic chicken, you know it's Robot Chicken, and it brings so many people have great fond memories again. But like I said, the main reason I'm predicting him though, just the WTF, the wacky pick. You know, they have to throw us some curveballs for the roster. It can't just be, they can't just lob us like fat pitches right down the middle of the plate and we hit a home run every time. It can't just be everybody we know and expect, because then eventually it doesn't become special anymore. It's like, I know this character's gonna happen, I know that character's gonna happen eventually. Sure, we could be excited, but show me the fun side of this a little bit. Show me something a little different. So that's why I have Robot Chicken on here. We'll see how it goes. Then, of course, like I said, Random is on here as well. But that is going to be it for this one. Let me know what you guys think about this roster prediction, I guess. Yeah, that's what this was. So let me know what you guys think. That's all I got for today. Hope you guys enjoyed as always. And I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.